Hello listeners in VolunTales. People who are seeing this episode first, I want to inform you that podcast contains 3 episodes around the topic of volunteering, which is held in Poland, Szczecin. We are participating in long-term project. I am Mida, 23 years old from Georgia. I volunteer in Active Europe 23-24. Here with me are a present volunteer as well, and a Polites member who will join me in discussion later on. We are volunteers doing ESC, which we already discussed in the first episode of the podcast. And in this episode, we will speak about positive aspects of our experience of volunteering. Volunteering can be very meaningful and enjoyable. Being volunteer has a lot of benefits. It can bring meaning and purpose to your life as well, as you can have a positive impact on your community. Those engaged in volunteering benefit from the feel-good factor of knowing their time and contributions are helping someone in need. You discover what your true passions are, new directions you want to take your career in, what your true strengths are, hidden talents you may not be aware of, the real value of using your unique experience to improve the lives of others. The support our volunteers provide to children is diverse. You can gain leadership skills, problem solving, organization and planning, interpersonal skills, relationship building, mentoring skills, and training others also. And also you can gain in time and people management, reporting. There are many qualities you can gain from volunteering. I want to ask now our present volunteer from kindergarten. First, what inspired you to participate in this project?
Well, hello, I'm Paris from Spain. I'm 18 years old. And for me, I decided I wanted to volunteer because when I was in my last year of high school, I decided I didn't want to go directly to university. So for that, I went to orientation and one guy told me that you can volunteer 1 year. So I decided that I was going to volunteer because I wanted to improve my English. But then you have to find the project because you can do a lot of things. So I decided kindergarten because since I'm little I love kids. So I wanted to see how I will work with them. Also I decided kindergarten because here in this project you can work at the office or at kindergarten. But I decided kindergarten because I wanted to be with Polish people every day. And I think getting more in the culture, like with the food, with the language. And for that I choose kindergarten.
My name is Kasia. I'm 40 years old. I'm working in Polites Association.
What inspired you to be a member in this project?
I came to Polites when I was maybe older than you, because I was looking for volunteering abroad. Youth in Action program provided me this opportunity, so I taking part in European Voluntary Service. That was the name before. In Moldova, and then that inspired me to stay and working with volunteers from different countries. I see what is good for organization. It's like multicultural, your countries, your backgrounds, your experience that you came to our association with. What you can give to us, it's like your different worlds, I can say. You can share with this, with our association and with local volunteers, with kindergartens, and with schools.
We know that only not in kindergarten, people are coming from different countries to participate in project which connects also office work. So can you give a little information about this also? And why it can be positive on community for locals or also for participants?
I can say that office volunteers give lots of ideas how to spend time, free time, and also I see the great inspiration and the great thing that office volunteers can give us, and they can give to local communities, these countries and these cultures that they are from. and different perspectives also. How you speak, how you look, how is your attitude in general, all of you. It's something new sometimes for people, sometimes for small kids, from youth, for elderly person. This is first interaction with foreign person, and I think it's also great because they see one side, they are the same people, they have maybe different looking and they speak differently, but they are totally the same, they have the same feelings, the same thinking. Sometimes people start to be more open for different cultures and accepting. For me, every year I can say that I kind of travel to another culture. So I never was in Georgia, Spain, Kosovo. Thanks to you, I can feel that I was there. Somehow. Sorry, I'm so sentimental.
What do you think you gave already to the project or kindergarten, maybe specifically? It can be like very material or like not material things.
I will talk about kindergarten more than the project. I think I bring to my class my culture, because all my activities and everything that I do with the kids, I don't speak with them in English or something like that. It's always in Spanish, and the activities that I do is for them to learn the things of my country, like the colors, the simple words. But because I speak with my teacher, and we decided that I was going to bring my culture to the class for them to, I guess, to be more open to everyone.
Can you share a memorable moment from kindergarten?
As I said before, I'm 18 years old, so for me this is the first time that I go abroad, almost 1 year. So I remember that it was like the second week that we were going to the kindergarten, and I was feeling a little low because in my kindergarten not a lot of people speak English, and of course I don't speak any Polish. So I remember then, I think it was Monday or something like that, I opened the door and the kids say to me, Buenos dias, that is good morning in Spanish, and I didn't teach them that. So my teacher spent the time to teach the kids how to say a few words, and then when I was leaving, I remember that they were saying adios, that is bye, and I get not emotional, but I felt like really welcome to the class.
The question to Kasia. What was this like memorable moments with volunteers?
I've been here 13 years, so every year someone, a lot of things. With office team in general, with all teams. We make pierogi, we go to the forest, we have together events, we make mural on big wall once, but what I remember always, and I'm very appreciate when volunteers say like that they say polites, and they have identification of organization, like we. They don't say you polite, they say we.
About this topic, I want to add something also from my side. I also remember some small moment, but it was very emotional for me. In kindergarten, on the first day, when I came to room, one child came to me, and at the time I didn't know even her name, and she just hugged me spontaneously and said I love you. And only sentence she knew in English. What do you think? What are the positive changes you observed in yourself after participating in project?
With the years, I see that I'm more patient. Everyone can be different, and try to think, this is my point of view, and this is me. I was before more my point of view and my rules are the best and for everyone, but now I see that I'm more open, that everyone can be different and everyone has a different points of view, and they can approach differently to the problems and lots of topics. So yeah,
I really agree with you when you say patience, because I think if you work in kindergarten, you're going to be more patient. When I was in Spain, I was like, not patient at all. But here they are kids, so you have to. Then I think if you want to volunteer or go abroad with people that are from other countries or culture, you have to be at least a little bit open-minded, because I live with 3 persons more, and all of us are for different countries, and you have to understand that we have a different culture, we grow up in a different ambient, I guess. So you have to be more open-minded and remember that always.
Maybe in one word, I can say more tolerance.
Yeah.
So it's good change.
Yeah, because also you have to remember that sometimes no one is right and no one is wrong. It's a different opinions.
Yes, exactly. Have the same goal, I think.
Yeah.
So thinking about this is helping.
So next question is expectation versus reality. Does it match or look like what you are thinking in a positive way, Paris?
I'm going to be honest, I didn't think a lot when I was in Spain, when I was coming here, because my family always told me if you have expectations, like big expectation, then you go to that thing and then it's not going to match with what you were thinking. So I try to don't think in a lot of things, but of course I had an idea of how it was going to be, and I think the idea that I had is way worse than what I'm living. I thought that in winter I was going to be crying every day because I came from a really sunny city with like good weather. So coming here for me was like, oh my god, I'm going to be minus 20 degrees. I'm going to freeze. It's not true, but so I'm taking vitamin D, but I'm good in the winter. So I think it's way better. Also, I thought that it's the first time that I'm living with other person that is not my family. So I thought that maybe I was going to like have problems or not be comfortable. But no, my roommates are amazing. Everything is good in that way, I can say it. So the idea that I had is way worse than what I'm living. I'm really glad with that.
And to question, maybe like something happened with new volunteers, new blood, that's like surprised you nicely.
Everything, I think, surprised me nicely. I think that I'm like Paris family. I don't expect too much because you can be surprised, but not in good way. But yes, I think everything surprised me in a good way about you. And I can say that sometimes expectation versus reality can be tough, but in this case, I can see when I have contact with you. I have more contact with office volunteer, of course, but when we met, I see that you have, which is very important. You know why you are here. This is my observation. You know why. You know what you want to have from this project and what to do. And I can see that you have your own initiative, which is also good. Because of course we can be the best organization and your ideas how to work and how to work with kids or in the office, but also your own initiative is very important, your own ideas that you want to have in this 10 months, because you learn all the time something new, you will have new competencies.
But now I just remember that something that really surprised me when I was telling the people that I was going to Poland, everyone was saying, oh, they are really different from the Spanish people, maybe they are cold, don't feel bad if they are cold. And I remember the first day that I went to the kindergarten, the director of the kindergarten was like so smiley, so touchy, giving us food, and my teachers also, they are hugging all the time, so of course you have people that is cold, but I think when you start to meet them, they are really nice, they are really lovely, and that surprised me a lot because I thought it was going to be all grumpy and things like that.
I am grumpy. It's like distance.
Yes.
You have to earn to be a real friend. If you are starting to be a real friend, you can ask for everything.
It's also because when you go, the people that will come to Poland, when you are in the streets walking, not a lot of people smile. You know, so you think that they are not rude, but they are like angry, you know, mad. So it's like kind of scary to ask something. But then if you, I don't know, if you you lose your wallet or something, or everyone is going to do everything to help you to find it, everything. They are really nice, but they look kind of scary at first.
I saw many similarities with Georgia, and I was like surprised with it. In me, deep down, there was anyway this thought like Paris that like Polish people are a little colder, but yesterday or 2 days ago, I saw like grandpa crossing the street, and he fell down because he could not walk. And two person, one on bicycle, like just turned around, went to this grandpa, total stranger, and other like woman with child also went to help this grandpa. And it was very touching moment. Stereotype about Polish people like really crushed because it was like very beautiful moment, and it really proved for me that like it's about people or person, you know, it's not about nation or something. And I had many this kind of like beautiful moments from strangers, and it's very like beautifully and nicely surprising. What is your advice, Paris, like as a volunteer?
For me, for the people that is going to work at the kindergarten, be patient at first because kids are kids, and of course, if you go to a class, the kids are going to scream, they are going to cry, but you have to understand that they are kids and they are starting to know their emotions. Like they are trying to manage their emotions, but they don't know how. So this is normal that a kid is happy and then after 1 second he's crying and screaming for their mother. But you have to be patient because they are kids and they are 3, 4, 5. And also enjoy the moment and live in the day because time flies. Came here already 6 months ago. We have only 4 months more left.
Yes.
And we are always talking this, the volunteers that are now here, that we think that we just came 3 months ago, you know, and we are in the middle of the project. And also take vitamin D in winter. Yeah.
I can say what Paris said. But in general, for future volunteers also Paris, you said in the beginning, you choose your project because you're interested in the topic.
Yeah.
So the most important thing, choose the topic of the project, not the country, because you will be living in this country. Catch all opportunities to experience a lot, learn new things, and try to also have fun with that, with the project, and in the free time also see Poland in free times if you have opportunity. You have nothing to lose in general, because you are on the project now.
Also, if I can add something, I think that you don't have to be afraid because, of course, you are going to have bad days, maybe weeks, a month, but then when you are going to look back, you are going to see all the good things that the project gave you, the volunteering, because you improve as person, you meet new people, new cultures, and I think it's experience that if you can have it, do it, because I think it's really good for you.
Yes. I have one more thing. Do you have contact with local community, like with Polish people? If not, you can, like it's advice for everyone who will listen to us, to get in touch with Polish community, because I have this experience from my project years ago, and it's like changing a lot, because you can learn a little bit, or even a lot of more of the culture and the way of thinking and cuisine, and even sometimes language and dancing. So I have big sentiment to know about them now. So local people, local communities, different types, elderly, young people, everyone is always.
So I want to add about this thing, but embrace for future volunteers and maybe present volunteers also like embrace everything, you know, like also positive side and bad side, because positive side of course obviously is the good part of the project, but bad sides are teaching you something, and also like very good message which both said is like living the moment and like don't try and like correct something for future in present time, or like live in past, because like it doesn't change something from past. You can only learn something and be more open, and if something is worrying you can speak about it. And also like for future volunteers, I would like you to know that there will be like maybe hard times, also good times, but don't hesitate to ask for help, or don't feel like you're alone. It's like most important message, and be open like for something new. From first sight maybe it seems like unusual, not normal maybe, but like it's just different and it's just new, so just embrace it. Thanks. So here with me was Paris from Spain, who works in kindergarten, and Kasia, police member.
I am polite. I am polite.
Polite.
Now from Szczecin.
From Szczecin. Thank you for participating.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Cześć.